Will tax avoidance return? You can't learn Yuan Bingyan's activity. As indicated by media reports, the television series Falling Blossoms Meet You Once More featuring Yuan Bingyan has acquired the internet-based show dispersion permit and can be communicated typically. It ought to have been great, however netizens brought up issues about Yuan Bingyan. For what reason is Dingmalin and fan mobbing restricted for a similar tax avoidance, however Yuan Bingyan is fine? Obviously, a few fans made sense of that Yuan Bingyan's tax avoidance is the organization's fundamental body, not that she personally was rebuffed authoritatively, which is not quite the same as those two. The nature is unique, and the treatment is additionally unique. Yuan Bingyan is really a rousing and focused entertainer. She has really buckled down in media outlets for a long time. It was only after 2020 with an outfit dream show Lehua that Yuan Bingyan totally finished her counterattack from a supporting job to a champion. In 1992, Yuan Bingyan was brought into the world in a Gaozi family in Shanghai. Since her folks were both Gaozi, Yuan Bingyan was constantly taken by her grandma when she was exceptionally youthful. At 6 years old, Yuan Bingyan started to rehearse guzheng and figure out how to move in line with her mom. From that point onward, she was effectively confessed to the Shanghai Theatre Foundation. In her sophomore year, Yuan Bingyan started to assume the part of Qiu Jiana in An Ip Man. Despite the fact that it was anything but a major job, Yuan Bingyan performed very well interestingly. Then he featured in television series, for example, Chili Heavy Armament Specialist, Beginning to Satisfaction, Time of Joy and Old Nine Entryways. With the numerous jobs he made, he pulled in many fans. Later Old Nine Doors, Yuan Bingyan featured in works, for example, Jianyan Standing by Listening to the Snow Pinnacle. Her antiquated ensembles are now and again delicate and in some cases cheeky, and she has turned into the white evening glow in many individuals' hearts. Until 2020, it turned into a genuine hit with an ensemble dream show Lehua. At the point when I believed that Yuan Bingyan would go as far as possible, on July 4, 2022, it was uncovered that the Way of Life Company, limited constrained by Yuan Bingyan, was fined 978,000 yuan for tax avoidance. Just a huge number of fines feel somewhat less. Be that as it may, after this tax avoidance, Yuan Bingyan's studio was as yet ready to emerge to answer questions. Indeed, even Yuan Bingyan's own record was not hindered, and the connected reports were not as serious as the past stars. Odds are good that every one of the reports are focused on Yuan Bingyan's organization, not it herself. Be that as it may, as indicated by reports, Yuan Bingyan's folks were both government employees, and Yuan Bingyan had been examined for work issues previously, yet they were smothered. Obviously, this is only talk, false. Yet, this time the television series Falling Blossoms Meet You Once More featuring Yuan Bingyan has gotten a permit to convey online dramatizations, which demonstrates that Yuan Bingyan was not obstructed. Will this episode likewise lead to countless big names coming to gain from Yuan Bingyan's activity, leaving the organization's administration, and turning into a hands-off retailer who just takes cash? 02. Later Yuan Bingyan's new show is at long last going to be communicated, and Liu Zuai is the second, and the Pixie and Devil sadomasochism starts. Lately, the extent of ensemble shows in the film and TV dramatization market has become ever more elevated. Among them, fantasies and dream dramatizations are the larger part. Be that as it may, in the beyond couple of years, similar Xianxia shows have caused the crowd to feel stylishly drained. All in all, everybody's necessities for this kind of show are getting ever more elevated. Notwithstanding, some time prior, a Kanglinju immediately got through 9,500 fame on the site with its unpredictable plot, and bested the rundown of significant review stages. Nonetheless, with regards to the well-known Xianxia show, Lehua must be referenced. In 2020, this show is likewise well known out of the circle, and it additionally got prevalence to the main entertainers the dramatization, including Chang Yi and Yuan Bingyan, and the two supporting jobs of the dramatization, Zhang Yuxi and Liu Zuai, are likewise famous all around the web. Among them, Chen Yi, Zhang Yuxi, and Liu Zuai, after this show, practically all have steady dramatization arrangements. Particularly Chang Yi, who has acted in a few hit shows, Zhang Yuxi and Liu Zuai are likewise dating, and there are numerous show arrangements. As the female number one of the show around then, Yuan Bingyan was significantly more relaxed in examination. This year, Yuan Bingyan just circulated a stock show Youth Forward and the outfit show Best of Luck broadcasted in April of this year. The notoriety of High is generally normal, and the score is right now kept up with at 6.7 places. Also, the enhancements, plot and different settings of the show have been scrutinized by the crowd. Numerous crowds lament that great entertainers can't get great contents. It has been quiet for a long time. As of late, Yuan Bingyan at last has a recent fad. Her antiquated fantasy show Meeting the Lord in Falling Blossoms is at long last going to be communicated. The show has been exceptionally famous since its origin. From that point onward, she accepted Liu Zuai as her subsequent accomplice. In light of the plot, the play is a sadomasochistic show. In the play, Huangning was dismissed by the god Jinxiu in light of the fact that she was not quite the same as immortals and evil spirits. To have the option to be with Jinxiu, Huangning likewise left on an excursion of developing everlasting status. Yet, when she finished her training, she found that Jinxiu had proactively hitched another person. Huangning became dark and fell into resurrection until the end of time. Also, Jinxiu completely changed herself against the sky to make her renewed, in order to compensate for what he owed him. In any case, she is bound to be his destiny, and the secret of life experience and errors lie between them. In the play, the pretended by Yuan Bingyan is Huangning, who was initially a camellia evil spirit. According to the stills, Yuan Bingyan's appearance in antiquated outfits is as brimming with pixie soul as anyone might imagine. Contrasted in the outfit shows she featured in previously, Yuan Bingyan is very emanation this time, and this time it ought to present to you an alternate inclination. The male number 1, Liu Zuai, is the second coordinate with Yuan Bingyan. In Liu Zuai didn't depend on the loving and devoted male couple to set up a circle. He is the lowlife in the play, yet he is very attractive in antiquated outfits, which makes the crowd can't stand him. Liu Zuai has additionally showed up in numerous television dramatizations in the beyond 2 years, for example, Everlasting Jujin and When the Night is Dim, and so on. He has been associated with both old ensemble shows and current shows, and is likewise exceptionally well known with the crowd. In any case, everybody actually feels that Liu Zuai is more reasonable for outfit shows. Liu Zuai, who is 32 years of age this year, began late, and the crowd is as yet anticipating him having the option to become well-known and challenge various sorts of jobs. All in all, this show is delightfully served, and the featuring setup is gorgeous and the acting abilities are on the web. In the event that the plot doesn't linger, there will in any case be excitement. As of now, the play has gotten a dissemination permit. This show is one more ensemble dramatization of Yuan Bingyan later. Hi, do you like it? 03. 80% of Lehua's income comes from Wang Yibo. After the agreement recharging, how will Duhua make the subsequent one? As of late, Lehua Amusement reported its income rate for the initial 3/4. Starting around 2020, 80% of Lehua Amusement's income comes from Wang Yibo. From different information, Wang Yibo has for sure upheld the diversion organization. The greater part of the additions, and this has been referenced at least a time or two by the organization. Initially, the agreement between Wang Yibo and the organization had terminated, yet the agreement was re-established under coordination. After the agreement was recharged, the pay between Wang Yibo and the organization transformed from the first 37% to half. Craftsmen with over 80% of the pay are as of now less expensive than the organization by half or half. Wang Yibo's fans actually have a great deal of disappointment with Lehua Diversion Organization and the proprietor of Lehua Organization. Since Wang Yibo became famous, negative news can be created, and he has been annoyed by ill-conceived fans commonly. Wang Yibo rarely posts individual-related issues on friendly stages, the majority of which are connected with work supports, but since of his ill-conceived inconveniences, he has freely condemned him on friendly stages ordinarily. I was frustrated. I didn't safeguard my own specialists, particularly the people who can produce such big-time salary. At the point when Wang Yibo initially appeared, the organization didn't esteem him definitely, and didn't win an excessive number of great assets for him. Counting the creation camp that Wang Yibo partook in, it was on the grounds that his initial dance in the regularly vertical program was very astonishing, and he was drawn in by the maker, so he needed to help out it. Wang Yibo and Duhua partook in theatrical presentations together before to advance Wang Yibo's new show Yufei. In any case, at the scene, Duhua, as the chief, really misspoke Wang Yibo's personality name in the play. Duhua likewise stressed before that he needs to make a second Wang Yibo. Seeing the advantages Wang Yibo has made for the organization now, it is assessed that Duhua won't gloat any longer. Wang Yibo was at that point notable before he took part in Chen Qingling. Since Chen Qingling, his notoriety has become increasingly well known, and he has additionally drawn in additional fans who like and focus on him. Wang Yibo's improvement plan en route isn't enough for homegrown diversion was repeated. Wang Yibo generally talks less, seldom offers his viewpoints in words, and all the more frequently demonstrates it with activities. Not just that, he is likewise a sufficiently quiet individual. Subsequent to becoming famous, he didn't invest an excess of time into some television show works. In the beyond 2 years, he has progressively finished the shooting of 4 great films. Albeit these works have not formally met with you, they merit observing regardless of according to the viewpoint of the creation group or the featuring setup. Obviously, in this cycle, Wang Yibo likewise got a great deal of questions. During the special exercises of the film No Name where Wang Yibo partook, the chief was once asked by netizens whether there are truly jobs in the film that are reasonable for Wang Yibo, or would they say they are tailor-made for Wang Yibo? Made a person. In the wake of hearing the chief's reaction, everybody felt that it was not outlandish for the chief to pick Wang Yibo. The two have numerous likenesses. The chief didn't answer emphatically. He recently said, "I will give you a film ticket. Go live and encounter it yourself." It is presumably simply because he has full certainty that he can say something like this. This is exactly on the grounds that Wang Yibo was perceived by the chief when he was recording this film. It very well may be seen from the exhaustive issues that for Lehua, Wang Yibo isn't just a craftsman, is a lord of riches.